Hey everyone, Lee Winbush here from Lead and Wandering. Wanted to put out a short video talking about our Go Power install in our camper. We have a 33-foot travel trailer, and as you know, if you watched my prior video, through a partnership with Go Power, they sent me their Go Power Elite Kit. Definitely encourage you to check out that prior video as I go into a lot of details about all the components that come with the Elite Kit as well as the battery. But just to touch on it briefly here, the Elite Kit includes two 190 watt solar panels that each go up on the roof. It also includes the wiring to get that connected in, and then includes a solar charge controller. And the solar charge controller then controls how much power goes into your battery, and when the batteries are full, it knows to kind of back off and not send anymore, limit the amount of power that it sends in. There's a number of connections, cables, and all number of items that you need to install your Go Power kit. And then in addition to the kit, they also sent me one of their new lithium batteries. It's a 250 amp hour lithium battery. And again, I went into a lot more detail in the other video, but lithium's fantastic. I mean, it's superior to wet cell batteries in every way. Certainly the upfront cost is there, but I think if you do the math, you look at the number of cycles that you can get out of a lithium battery, you look at the fact that you can use the entire capacity of the lithium battery, whereas in a wet cell battery, you can only use 50% of the capacity, so you need more batteries. Once you start adding it all up, and then how long it lasts, Go Power offers a 10-year warranty on this battery. I think you'll find that it's worth the investment. Now, a couple quick points that I want to mention before we dive into the content. Number one, I had to run wire in my case, some additional wire that in my case didn't come with the kit. So I had to run wire from this guy here, from the shore power connection. So I had to run behind this. I ran a new wire because the wire that was there wasn't long enough. So you'll kind of see me talk about it in the video, that the wire wasn't quite long enough. And so I did have to purchase some 10-3 wire, which I'll describe, to run that from the shore power plug to where I stored the inverter and battery, which was under our bed in the front cap in the bedroom. Then I had to also purchase another 10-3 wire and run that from the inverter charger up to the AC panel in my kitchen. So I did have to buy those two wires. So a couple things I had to get in addition to the kit, but the kit did include quite a bit. There's a thing called a fishing pole that I found. It's not a real fishing pole. If you go to a Lowe's or Home Depot or other hardware store, basically I found this fiberglass kind of rod that you can attach multiple sections to. And you'll want to get that if your camper is like ours and it was not pre-wired for solar, which ours was not. So I had to go underneath and unscrew a lot of the covering. So we have an enclosed underbelly for our camper. So I had to, remove many bolts to try and get access in there to run wire. Had I had that fishing pole earlier, I only bought it about halfway through the install, I probably would have saved several hours because running wire is very challenging. You just take this fishing pole, you just do electrical tape on the end to your wire, and then you just push it through and add additional sections and you just keep pushing. I mean, it's amazing. So it saved a ton of time once I got that going. So highly encourage you, if you're not pre-wired, get a fishing pole. I think mine was from Ideal, can't remember, not sponsored, but anyway, just something I picked up at Lowe's. So definitely encourage you to check that out. Also, in my case, so my camper is, as you can see, as I said earlier, has the, as you can see, so my camper has the covering, this little kind of batting underneath here. This stuff is what I had to get rid of. But it also kind of leaves, I don't know if I can get it in the camera here. So I did have to buy a product called Great Stuff. And so I used that just to kind of seal up the spots between that kind of sheeting and the camper. So just a couple kind of points I just wanted to make before we dive into the video. So get yourself a fishing pole, have some Great Stuff on hand, determine if you might need some additional 10-3 wire. You might be able to reuse the initial run from the shore power plug into your AC, into your inverter charger, into the AC input. So if you can, great, that's one run, but you'll still have to probably buy 10-3 wire for the run of the AC out to your AC panel, because that's not included in the kit today. So follow along in this video as I just give you a quick recap of some of the highlights of my solar install. Okay, so here we've got our 290 watt solar panels installed, and I left enough room for another panel to go there if we need to expand our system. You can see, as I've kind of heard all the proper things you want to do. When I put the screws into the roof, I was sure to put some die core down first, then screwed in to the hole, and then covered the brackets completely in die core lap sealant, as you can see, and did that for all 4 entry points. Got these nice connections here. Using some 3M extreme tape to kind of hold these down. Yeah, so we got our connections here coming out of the solar panels. We got our negatives coming out here into this nice parallel connection, and I've got it held down with some 3M extreme tape rather than drilling more and more holes into the roof. And then same with my positives, got them coming out, and then we got them coming into this combiner here. And so yeah, got those run over here, and so I'll show you what I did to get entry to the camper. Okay, so here we have the Go Power, what's it called? The cable entry kit. So pick this up. It allows you to create some nice watertight connections to get into the camper. So drilled my hole, my pilot hole, and then I used a step bit to expand the hole underneath where this guy is. And then put this guy on here, ran the cables through, and pulled them down into the solar charge controller, which I'll show you in just a minute. I think I've got 3M extreme tape kind of holding this guy down for a nice watertight seal, but I'll probably cover this guy in die core as well, just as an extra step. One thing I'm not sure if I mentioned, but at the beginning, make sure before you do your install on the roof that you clean your roof and wash it up. So I used a Thetford rubber roof cleaner and conditioner about a week beforehand, and then I let that dry really good, and that way the die core will do a better job bonding to your roof. Okay, we're off the roof. Let's pop inside and see what we got going on inside the rig. Okay. So, the camper's a little bit of a mess, but we've been busy. All right, well, look what we have. We got some solar. I haven't gotten it nailed in yet because I still got to put in some other components, but that's pretty exciting. 11.1 amps coming in. Battery's full. Right now I don't have the lithium battery in yet. I've just got one lead acid battery because I didn't want to bring them both up from the basement knowing I'm going to replace them soon. But yeah, we have a fully charged battery from the sun. I'm not even connected to AC power at all right now. So pretty sweet. So that's it for today. Next step will be to start wiring the inverter charger. And so that's where we'll start, connecting up the battery, the new lithium battery. I'll be doing my AC power run from the shore power into the inverter charger, and then another AC run to the AC panel. I'm going to try to reuse if I can, but we'll see. If not, I'll just pick up some 10-3 wire, which is basically a 10 gauge, 3 wires, hot lead, neutral, and ground. So I'll pick up some of that, and then I can do some additional runs. So we'll see what we've got in there, what I can use or reuse. But yeah, that'll be the next phase. But right now, we got solar, man, powering our battery and keeping it healthy. And I've got the no shore power hooked up right now. We're just powering the battery from the sun. It's 100% state of charge and very exciting. So on to the next step. Okay. Well, I did it. Oh man, everything's done. It's working. I tested it. Yeah, so we've got our Go Power solar popped in, and it's working great, as you can see. And then we've got the inverter, and right now we're plugged back into shore power, so it's charging up that nice 250 amp hour lithium battery. And then I also have a battery monitor as well. So I'm pretty tired.